to sound crazy, but I don't want my children back. It's not because I don't love them. I love them so much. I love them wholeheartedly. I love them beyond comprehension. But I don't want my children back. And I feel like I had to come over here because you guys are so sweet. And my DMs and my comments giving me reassurance that, oh, they're going to come back. They're going to, everything's going to work out and stuff like that. And I believe you. Like everything is going to work out. However, I don't want I don't want them children back. And it's not because I don't want to take care of them or anything like that. I love taking care of them. I love raising them, but I don't want them back for another set of reasons. One, I don't have a support system. I have been raising these children with no support system. And when I say no support system, I'm not even joking. I don't have an emergency contact. When I take them to the doctor, I don't have an emergency contact. I don't have friends. I don't have family. I don't have, like, I take care of everything by myself. I don't have that. Okay? So that's one. Imagine me, one person, taking care of three children by myself with no support system, not even for an emergency contact. That's one. Second, I was manipulated into having my children. I was 9 months pregnant on my 21st birthday, and their dad was 33. Granted, I knew he was 32. I knew he was 12 years older than me when I met him. Or at least, like, in getting to know him, I knew he was 12 years older than me. But at 19 years old, I did not have the mental capacity and understanding to assess and realize that I was being manipulated into having children prior than I wanted to.
Number one, let me say this, bro. Like anybody that had kids, man, and don't want nothing to do with they goddamn kids is a sad ass excuse for a fucking parent, bro. This plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason in the world. I don't give damn how much support system you didn't have or who didn't you didn't have nobody to call. Or, all that's a fucking excuse at the end of the day. You had them kids, you they mother. At the end of the day, bro, you responsible for them. If you ain't got no goddamn support system, what make you think they gonna have one? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you basically done gave up everything on them because you don't have those things. That's the whole reason for you to even want better for them. At the end of the day, if you know you ain't got the support and shit you need, you supposed to be their support. You supposed to be the one to say, "No, I got y'all." Regardless of who ain't got y'all, I got y'all. At the end of the day. Now, as far as you being manipulated into having kids, at the end of the day, that sounds like goddamn one of these cases was a woman don't want to goddamn have no goddamn accountability at the end of the day, cause after the first kid, you supposed to thought about it like, damn, this ain't for me. Maybe I don't really want to do this or whatever. Even if he manipulated you one time, but you ain't gonna make me believe that he manipulated you not once, not twice, but three times. He manipulated you three times and having three different kids. Nah, bro. At the end of the day, after one, it's on you, bro. That's your fault. At the end of the day, if you knew you didn't have kids or you wanted to go do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Live life, live your best life, or chase your career. Whichever one it was, it don't really matter, bro. You should have just stopped at the one and then just dealt with it how you wanted to deal with it now. You know what I'm saying? My question is like, shit, where are the kids now? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, where the father at? I mean, saying, do he got them or who got the damn kids? At the end of the day, since you saying you don't want them back, you know what I'm saying? I hope they ain't in the system at the end of the day. But let's get the rest of the story and then we'll come back to it.
So it was never my plan to have children at the age of 21. My plan was to finish college and go to law school. And by the time I got my bachelor's degree, my son was 6 months old. And I found myself, like, putting off law school because I didn't want anybody else to raise him. I was manipulated into having those children. Third, which kind of goes with the second one, is one of the ways that this man manipulated me into having these children was using the whole line that, oh my gosh, he's the only person with his last name, and if he dies, the last name's going to go with him. I don't know why that was enough. But then again, I was extremely naive at the time. I was coming from so much abuse, so much trauma. I didn't know up from down, sky to ground, like whatever. So he was able to use that. And with that being said, I feel like if you want to continue your legacy, if you want to prolong your legacy, then take care of the children. Because over the last however long, this man have not contributed an increment of energy, an increment of energy towards the well-being of the boys. Like no financial support, no physical support, no nothing, no nothing. But he wanted those children to be able to prolong his legacy. Why would I continue the legacy of a deadbeat? The only, like, not like, I don't even want to deal with this man because right now he is on my phone. He's playing on my phone. I don't even know why he's playing on my phone because, like, you have the children. You wanted the children. I took them to you. You have their birth certificate. You have their social. You have them physically. There is no reason why you should be playing on my phone, but you're playing on my phone. Because at the end of the day, it was never about you having the children. It was about you having access to me. It was about you being able to get in contact with me. And I
Bro, at the end of that, I'm so confused at this point. I don't even know what the hell going on. The daddy got the kids, but he a deadbeat dad. You know what I'm saying? Then you said some shit about he ran game on you because he felt like basically said that he wanted to have the kids because he was the last of his family. You mean to tell me this motherfucker ain't got nobody else in his family? His mama dead, daddy, cousins, uncles, auntie, everybody in his family dead but him. He the last of the Mohegans. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on now. Come on. I mean, this sounds like a weird ass story. You ain't got nobody. He ain't got nobody. Now at the end of the day, he a deadbeat, but you sent the kids over there to him. Which one is it, bro? Like, sound like he a good man at the end of the day. He took his kids in. You know what I'm saying? He ain't let them be on the streets. You talking about giving them up and not even, you don't even want them back at the end of the day because you don't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel like didn't work out between you and him. At the end, who sound you like you the deadbeat at this point? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got to take some accountability for our actions, bro. You know what I'm saying? At the end, no matter what me and the father go through, or me and the mother go through, at the end of the day, the kids have nothing to do with these things, bro. We got to realize that. We got to realize how precious kids really is, bro. It's people out here that can't even have no motherfucking kids. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here that would love to take on kids. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like we out here treating them like, oh, they ain't nothing having them. This, get that up. Ain't nothing. No, they ain't little objects to go. These are our family. You know what I'm saying? This, like I said, it's probably the most precious gift probably known to mankind. And then you just taking it for granted, just saying I don't even want to deal because of your whatever. I guess you wanted to go chase your career, be a lawyer or whatever. Which go on do that now. Quit worrying about the kid. Go do what you were trying to do. The father got him now. So at the end of the day, you shouldn't have no more complaints. Go do what you was trying to do. Since you don't want the kids or whatever, it's this video basically pointless at this point. If he already got them, that means shit. You should be out living life, going back to college or whatever you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if not, then that shows signs of you still got something for the father. You know what I'm saying? You mad at whatever he did. Maybe he cheated on you or whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? You can't be holding them type of grudges at the end of the day. You can't be holding them type of grudges at the end of the day, neglecting your goddamn kids all because you and him had a problem, bro. That's insane, bro, as a parent. I don't really get it where they going with this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to see more videos, you know what I'm saying, that women don't even want nothing to deal with their kids or they just jumping up, leaving their goddamn families. Ain't that much goddamn stress in the world, bro, at the end of the day. And then in this situation, you basically saying that these kids ain't even really got nobody. If the father he ain't got no other family members and all your family, you can't depend on them, then basically shit. It's gonna be every child fend for themselves, you know what I'm saying? But seeing to me like he pretty decent dude, at least he didn't took them in or whatever. Hopefully they get some stability that they need in life or whatever and be able to prosper or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because this whole situation twisted up. Let's try to get the rest of the story so we can see exactly what
don't
happened.
have time for that because this man is abusive. He's not physically abusive because I beat his ass. I fight back. But he realized early on in the relationship that I had been through a lot, but I wasn't one of those people that went through a lot of stuff and became cold. I went through a lot of stuff and then grew in empathy. So because of that, my ability to empathize have been used as a weapon against me since the time that I met this man. Because one of the ways that he used it in the beginning was to use his mother's death as a way to connect. So I went as far as to even ask, like, because when I say I don't want to deal with this man anymore, like I've been trying to erase any type of connection that we may have. Of course, I can't erase the children, but anything else I've been trying to erase. I set boundaries. I block him. He find ways to get on my stuff. I at some point thought about signing my rights over just so I never had to communicate with this man ever again. And I told the judge that. I told the judge that because I am not going to change who I am for anybody. I am not going to harden my heart because someone like this want to try to weaponize my empathy or want to try to weaponize the fact that I have compassion. So I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to harden. So I will just remove your access.
Yeah, man, this sound like somebody who goddamn this full of shit, bro. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You over here talking about your compassion and all that bullshit. Where your compassion at for your kids, man? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it sounded to me like you just come up with a bunch of goddamn excuses to justify why you don't want to be a part of your kid's life. And at the end of the day, when it all boils down to the bottom of it, bro, you just a sad excuse for a mother, bro. Now you said earlier maybe he was an abuser, you was abused. You say you fight too. So at the end of the day, that can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, but you know what I'm saying. Certain things, you know what I'm saying. Maybe he cheated. I don't really know, but uh, just giving up on your kids, is that worth that? Is him cheating worth giving up on your kids? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what you got to ask yourself. Because this the story we talk about. I know it's all other kind of shit you could go out there and talk about or whatever. Like, you know, some people might be damn near in a situation where they feel like their life is threatened. You know what I'm saying? That's a reason to leave or whatever. But most of them gonna at least try to get their kids. And like I said, at the end of the day, they're gonna try to get their kids out of that situation too, because they know it's a rough situation, and their kids gonna have to go through probably what they was gonna go through if they hadn't never left. So being that you was able to dump the kids off on the father, seemed to me like he ain't that bad of a person. Maybe your ass should have stuck around at the end of the day. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, bro.